It's really hard to believe, but Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party of Canada actually used to be popular on social media. Even just a couple of years ago, if the Liberals posted something on Facebook or Twitter, it would actually benefit them politically. Just the ability to communicate with Canadians, promote their agenda, and hopefully win some votes was a major reason to use social media. These days, it actually seems like social media is a massive liability for the Liberals. Whatever they post, they're effectively just reminding Canadians of how bad they are at their jobs. And it seems like Justin Trudeau has bred in such a blind, incompetent arrogance into the Liberal Party that they don't realize that just shoving down the exact same failed policies down Canadians' throats, implying that everyone who's not voting for them is secretly potentially a bigot, is not a very good strategy. And I just want to go through a few of the posts today just so you can see how bad the ratios are and just how bad the communication strategy inside the Liberal Party is. And before I start there, I just want to kind of talk a little bit about my philosophy when it comes to sort of analyzing politics. I don't want to slow this down too much and make it a boring show where I just talks about his weird approach to how to think about politics. But even though I'm a strong conservative, I still love to look at the communications that other parties put out, not just to criticize it, although I do. I like to look at it and see who is this actually appealing to and could I learn from it? And from looking at all of the Liberal Party's social media content, I can only tell you what not to do. So that's why I want to move on to this first post. So this one has Justin Trudeau and the Liberals going after Pierre Poilievre and Conservatives over housing policy. This post reads, Pierre Poilievre wants to tax builders and cut housing investment. That won't build more homes for Canadians. We're moving forward with real solutions to increase supply and lower prices. And then, of course, he has a picture of Pierre Poilievre with that says Pierre Poilievre's housing priorities. It says increase red tape and bureaucracy, cut liberal investment and to build more homes and tax builders. And then it has a picture of Justin Trudeau that says cut red tape and lower prices, help cities build more homes faster, and remove the GST to speed up rental construction. Now, anyone who reads that post does not believe the Liberals one bit because they can't cite one policy that they actually have that's doing any of this. And although that would be good communications back in 2015 when people don't know the incompetence of the Liberals, when you accuse your opponent of being the exact opposite of what everyone knows that they are, you're only going to frustrate people and just think that you're liars. You actually might be alienating voters who are on the fence who might vote Conservative or might vote Liberal. And when they see you come out and basically accuse Pierre Poilievre of being the biggest friend of bureaucracy, a lot of them are going to say, okay, the Liberals don't have anything. They're just lying now. Because really, Pierre Poilievre, the great champion of bureaucrats and taxes, it's not going to work. Anyways, this next post was kind of funny to me because it's like the most nothing post ever that the Liberals put out, and you can see down at the bottom how ratioed this post is getting. It's just him going to some sort of electric vehicle conference or whatever and making pledges about supporting green energy, and this is not appealing to anybody. The government, if they want to talk about green energy and renewables, I don't think they should at all, but this is popular when the economy's good. You have to earn the privilege of being able to talk about frivolous stuff. Right now, the Liberals talking about funding EVs is only taking people off because the only people who own EVs are making over $150,000 a year. Those people might be voting Liberal, maybe you might be appealing to them, but they're not that big of a portion of the country. You're not winning elections based off GTA elites. You're winning elections based off the vast majority of people being appealing to them. Anyways, I want to move on to the next one because this one had to do with the housing. And again, this one not only got ratioed super hard with 1,188 comments to only 319 likes, and I can assure you those are negative comments. If they were positive, those individuals would have liked the post too. And this also gives lie to the other housing posts that the Liberals put up, even literally same day. And this one says, unlocking low-cost financing will help build up to 30,000 more rental apartments every year. Another crucial part of our plan is build more homes faster and lower prices for Canadians. Okay, the first sentence of that post has a massive car accident with that second sentence. So I think they mean when they say the 30,000 more rental apartments, I think they mean apartment units. I really doubt that anyone would ever claim that they could build 30,000 apartments a year in this country. But the first sentence is in a massive divorce with that second sentence because they're saying, well, we're going to build more apartment units by financing, by having cheaper financing. So we're going to shove more money into the market. We're going to give more easy money, more easy loans into the market. And that's going to help build more apartments. which financing doesn't actually help build more apartments. It would be, lowering regulations, speeding up approvals, and lowering property taxes and other taxes. That's how you speed it up. I know that's not all federal government responsibility, although the federal government has very easy ways of communicating with other jurisdictions to work on this stuff. Regardless, but moving on, that second sentence. So basically, their plan is we're going to build more stuff by spending more money, giving more people more money, and then they say, and another crucial part of our plan is to build more homes faster and with lower prices for Canadians. It's like, no, you can't have lower prices if you are overheating the market with money. The reason why college or university in the US costs so much is because regardless of what stupid degree you're taking, you can peel off $250,000 guaranteed by the government to go and take that stupid degree. So every single university, if they're not dumb, is going to say, well, I think it's still a little unscrupulous. Like let's say if I was running a university, I wouldn't exactly do this because I think it's bad for the country. But every university is just going to take the incentive that, well, if everyone has $250,000 in their pockets for education, I'm going to make their degree cost around $250,000 because if the government's effectively giving me free money through these students taking arts degrees that aren't going to get them real jobs. And I say this as someone with an arts degree. I like mine, but there's a lot of arts degrees out there that people shouldn't have gotten. A lot of anthropology majors out there wondering what they can do with that degree in terms of a job. But yeah, this post is not helping the Liberals at all. People at this point, this would work in 2021. In 2023, people are well aware enough of the issue of inflation and how if the government keeps spending money, things are going to get worse, to the point where this post is self-defeating. You're basically telling people, we're going to overheat the housing market even more, and that's going to make it more affordable. That's where you get 1,100 people commenting on that post. People understand what's going on. And let's be clear, especially Twitter is a left-wing haven in terms of the number of leftists on Twitter compared to the number of conservatives. I think the ratio is getting a little bit more even since Elon Musk took over Twitter and then renamed it X. But this should be a platform that it's pretty easy for the Liberals to dominate. Facebook tends to be a little bit more older and more conservative overall. But the fact that they're losing Twitter is telling. They should be, and this is a lot of these posts you'll find are being quote tweeted by Liberal MPs to promote it. So they have a massive coordinated push to try and get these posts, seen by as many people and positively received, and it's not working whatsoever. And just today, Justin Trudeau posted again. I'm not sure it's such a stupid holiday or special calendar date. I don't know if it's a holiday or it's just some sort of memorial calendar date. But Justin Trudeau making this absolutely stupid post for International Safe Abortion Day. And he said, in Canada, abortions have been a safe and legal part of the healthcare system since 1988. We'll make sure that continues to be the case. We'll never put your rights to choose up for debate. And we'll keep working to remove barriers and make abortion more accessible. What do you mean more accessible? We literally don't have a law. Other than the fact that doctors have the choice to not provide a late-term abortion if they don't want to, because that's kind of extreme. That there's no restrictions, and also we didn't legalize it. We didn't make it legal in 1988. We just put it in this weird legal limbo where it's neither legal or illegal. But Justin Trudeau, this is his new strategy, is saying, okay, pure poly is absolutely destroying me on the economy. He's absolutely destroying me on the parental rights issue. He is absolutely destroying me on corruption, and he's destroying me on every single possible issue. I'm going to talk about abortion. That's what's going to bring the majority of Canadians back to me, especially all the ethnic voters that I've just alienated by saying that they don't own their own kids and that schools should have more power than parents. I'm going to bring those people back by saying, hey, guess what? You can abort your child. And it's I don't think this is not the win that Justin Trudeau thinks it is. And again, that he got more likes on that because there is a very, very rabid pro-abortion until the first 5 days of life crowd who will like anything like that. But if you the comments were not on his side at all. Even fairly libertarian people, when it comes to the issue of abortion, thought this was just very weaselly for Justin Trudeau to do. Abortion, even though I'm very pro-life, is not a massive political issue election to election because most people don't really want to talk about it. And this post is just, I think, ticking off most of the people in the middle who know that it's not usually a big election issue, election to election, and just see Justin Trudeau. This is this post is right behind this post is all of Justin Trudeau's policy failures, and people see right through it. And like it would go on like this. I could even like backbench liberal MPs, people who people usually ignore on social media. Those people, it's always like they'll have like 50 likes and like 250 comments, especially Mark Garrettson. But it's just funny to clown on Mark Garrettson. These people are terrible at their jobs. Like as a conservative who wants the liberals to lose, I will still throw them the little tiny little nugget of advice. Fire your communications team. This stuff is so bad. It's just doubling down on terrible policy failures and trying to repeat them long enough that people might think that the policies are working. They're not, and nobody is dumb enough to believe it. Just fire your communications team. I give you this free little piece of advice, Justin. Even though I'm ripping you every single day on Indian television, we're friends. You know we're friends. Just do what I'm telling you to do, and you'll maybe win one more seat than you would have in the next election. You're still going to lose, but maybe Mark Garrettson keeps his seat. Ladies, that's it for me today. I have my usual legal fundraiser link in the description of this video below. I'm being sued by a Chinese billionaire. It's a ridiculous case. He literally at one point had to pay me $1,800 because he wasn't filing any of his non-evidence. Like he eventually filed his evidence, but if you actually read the stuff, you wouldn't actually see it as real evidence. But personally, I've had to pay like $15,000. I like tripped up on that because I just realized how much money I have to spend. I was going to say 1,500. No, it is 15,000 that I've spent defending myself. So if you can donate anything to that campaign, that really helps take the costs, the pressure of costs off me. And then I also have the TNT email link in the description. If you want to get our emails sent to your inbox with our articles and videos, sign up for that, and you don't have to rely on social media algorithms to be able to show you whenever we have new content. And other than that, I hope everyone has a fantastic day.